We can hear you.
Hello, my friends, and welcome to Venus Prime Health with Damon Perry. My name is Cruciferous. I'm the Tweet Talk moderator, and we're talking about people and their health, particularly women and their health. And Damon Perry is a independent researcher out of Texas. He's also a bit of an inventor of supplements himself, and he's here to help us today with the top 10 supplements we must have. That's the topic. Hello, Damon.
How's it going? Yeah, I don't know if inventor is the right term. Maybe mad scientist, that might be better. But yeah, let me start this off. These 10 supplements that I'm about to throw out there that's my opinion. So there's hundreds and hundreds of things you could take between that's out there. So I had to pick 10 to narrow it down. So I have chosen 10 that I like, and I suggest that people start taking immediately, like tomorrow.
Yeah, just to set up. So this is just to create prime health, to like basically to live healthy. This isn't to avoid cancer. This is like for a human being to be alive.
Well, I mean, a couple of these are to avoid cancer because cancer is one of the top,
Sure.
one of the two things that's going to kill everybody. Like I said last week, either cancer is going to kill you or a heart attack is going to kill you. So you need to do everything you can daily to kind of reduce those risk factors for those two things.
Right. That's kind of a given.
Yeah.
In life these days, and avoid mercury in fish. Right. Yeah.
That'll just make you go nuts. That's all. So. Yeah. So that's what this is all about. This is just stuff. I mean, because I've said this many times, the food supply is depleted of nutrients, no matter what the government tells you. Because recently, I've been seeing in the news, and a lot of doctors are telling people you don't need to take vitamins because they're just a waste of money. Well, there's probably some money behind that, and a lot of the vitamins that are out there are very poorly absorbed. So what they're saying is true to a point. But I've had people email me saying that their physicians are telling them to stop taking vitamins, like don't take them because they're a waste of money. I disagree completely. I think that the food supply only provides a portion of what it used to, and so you have no choice but to supplement the gaps, so to speak. Because if you don't, you'll be nutrient deficient, and when your body is deficient in one mineral or one vitamin, it's going to manifest as certain health problems, certain issues. You're going to start developing cancer because your body's not able to fight off all the toxins that are coming in and detox. So it's not, everything is in an equilibrium, and so when you stop taking in copper or anything like that, your body will start not performing, and it will try its best to reach that equilibrium. Does that make sense? No. So if you're not giving it what it needs, it's not going to perform well. This is very simple math. So you have to just give it a flood of the stuff it needs. It will take and choose what it needs and what it wants, and the rest of it will just go right out of you. So it's always better to have a flood of everything than to be deficient in anything.
Yeah, you're better to have. You're better to be shitting out what you don't need than not have what you don't.
I hear a lot of people. One thing they always say, well, when you're taking these supplements, you're just going to have expensive urine. Hey, it's better to have expensive urine than be in the hospital and have problems. So it's good health insurance.
I think it's great health insurance. I mean, I actually sometimes I wonder how we did it in the old days.
The old days.
Because, well, the old days of the truth is in each indigenous environment we end up figuring it out. Like we figured out how to get all of our minerals and all of our nutrition. Mm-hmm. But today we have fruits and vegetables flowing in from all over the world. So there's really no excuse, even with organic out there, for a person not to be getting their full nutrition. But the truth of the matter is, we're so freaking busy to have, and we've overextended ourselves as a society that we don't have that time. So supplements are an inevitability.
Well, yeah, you're right. I mean, a lot of people make excuses. I don't have time. I'm busy. Hey, I'm busy. I have 3 kids. So a lot of people are eating a lot of processed, boxed foods and a lot of fast foods, which are completely nutrient deficient. I mean, we all know that. That's very simple. But if you go to the grocery store and you shop in the interior of the grocery store, well, you're causing your own problems. If you shop the perimeter of the grocery store and go to the organic section, it's very simple. Quit shopping in the middle, start getting more fresh fruits. Just get them. Bring home the organic apples and the organic kale and make it available to your family. And if it's there, people will eat what's in proximity to them. If it's simple and it's easy to get to, they'll just start munching on organic carrots and things like that. If you have fun fruits and Doritos out, well, then that's what they're going to eat. A lot of people are lazy by nature and they want what's quick. So if you, as the head of household or the shopper, just start making those better choices, then nobody Your family is not going to go to the store and buy the junk. They're going to eat what you put in front of them. I say that as the person that gets most of the food. So.
Yeah, no, I think it's great. And I grew up in a household where my mother is a cancer, and so she's very Susie homemaker. And when we were kids, she had bowls of vegetables in the fridge and vegetables floating in water so they stayed crisp. And in the summer, that's what we had to eat were vegetables. We had no chips, no Kool-Aid, never even in our house. She'd let us ride our bike to buy a candy bar. That was our sweetness. So I'm totally on the page with you. And actually I'm more concerned about the fact that the food supply itself. I mean, I'm actually more concerned about the fact that when I go into a good restaurant, like a good restaurant out there where I'm going to spend maybe $150 on dinner, that the vegetables they're using don't have forgiving nutrition in them.
They probably don't. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. Like, we're getting to a critical mass point here where I could be buying high-level food in the United States, and unless that damn restaurant is buying everything organic, I still need a supplement now, thanks to...
You know, if a restaurant is buying organic, they're going to...
Sorry.
That's Danae. She's got some sort of something going off there in the oven. What is it? What are you cooking? You said you were cooking something for your honey.
It's Looney Tunes going off.
Yeah, you know what I was saying. If somebody's going to buy organic in a restaurant, they're going to tell you because that's a marketing plus. They're going to say, hey, everything we have is organic. Check it out. That'll bring in the business. So if they're not saying that, yeah, they're going to be buying from those big giant corporations in bulk.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Look, you know, and I'm not afraid to say it. If you're eating any dinner at any chain restaurant, Olive Garden, I don't care where you're buying it. It's all part of the Monsanto, you know.
Yeah, it is.
Totally is.
Empire.
Unfortunately. Yeah, and I'm not saying people go crazy and don't indulge once in a while. You sure you can because you go nuts if you don't, but you know, don't eat it every day and detox and eat as clean as possible. Every once in a while, if you want to go to Olive Garden, go. Just make sure you detox and don't go overboard, you know?
Absolutely. Yeah, you got to be careful with all of it. So I guess
we should get on
the
breadsticks.
Oh, I love those breadsticks, though.
I've worked for Hospitaliano, okay? I was there. I pushed in the Larry chair to the 300. They have a Larry chair for the Larrys that are too big to fit in their standard chair. It's called the Larry chair.
Oh, my God.
So we're talking about a corporation they're owned by General Mills. And so their purpose is to use more of the General Mills product. Right? That's the whole strategic arm of it. And they own El Torito, and they own, it's like, so, you know, these processed foods are being deliberately put into your Hospitaliano.
Oh, sure, I'm sure, yeah. So.
Anyways, it's all crazy. We lost Danae there with some hip hop, but I think she's back. So do you want to stop in you want to start with the top 10 now? There's the top 10. Yeah. Start with number 10. This is the top 10 supplements everyone just got to take.
Yeah. Number 10, I recommend Cat's Claw. Now, this is probably one.
What was that?
Cat's Claw is not something that people go and get, but this is something I've come across, and there's a lot of nutrient companies that are putting it out there. But it's they usually use it in Peru for stomach problems, but what it actually does is actually a potent immune system stimulator.
No kidding.
Yeah, it actually can. It can stimulate the immune system, so your body can take care of itself. It's also a potent anti-inflammatory. And hey, Danae, since you just jumped in, we're talking about Cat's Claw.
Ooh, okay.
You know Cat's Claw. Okay,
all
and
right.
Also people with like arthritis problems, it can actually help relieve discomfort, pain associated with that. But here's the thing that a lot of the supplement companies are marketing it for, and that's DNA repair. I mean,
shit.
They're taking like a refined version of Cat's Claw to get the active ingredient, and they're putting it in juices and stuff like that and calling it something else. But they put it out there as a DNA repair ingredient. So people like doing chemo and their DNA gets damaged by the chemo, or a lot of if your DNA is getting damaged by a lot of free radicals, then it has a real potent antioxidant action and actually can help it protect itself.
Cool.
And what is
Cat's Claw?
It's a root?
It's an herb.
Oh, here we go. I've got a little Google on it. Oh, apparently it's a flower.
You can get it anywhere in a pill form. in a capsule.
Oh,
Very cool.
interesting. And the cat's in the cradle and the silver.
Hey, Chris,
All
I'm
right,
drinking. Hey, Chris, take a guess what this is.
Don't even, Damon.
It's a coffee bean and tea leaf beverage.
Yes.
No, this is just my cup. This is butter coconut coffee. That's.
Oh my God! It's what
I had
keeps
to
me
plug that
alive.
in.
Oh man, I'm in trouble again.
Hey, Danae, did Chris ever try the? Did she try it?
No, not yet. Not yet. She keeps going, gosh, I wish there was a place around here that sold it so I could just try some.
Hey, you can get it at Walmart. I hate Walmart for most of the stuff they have, but I found Kerrygold in their butter section. It's right next to the Monsanto butter, but it's there for like $4.
Okay.
So
Well, the butter's not the problem.
coconut oil?
I gotta get I got that too. We gotta order the coffee.
Oh, well, you can just use any high grade coffee you want. It's really the butter and the other stuff, but I'm getting sidetracked.
All right, forget it.
All
Okay,
right,
go.
Christopher, all right, go for number 9.
All right, number 9 it is, and I'm just gonna share real quick here a quick little visual on the cat's claw because I did some research, and here it is. So interesting, just to point out. Just trying to look for the picture of what it looks like, but it's a yellow flower, folks. It's interesting. It comes in the Amazon. So, sorry for that digression. I was trying to help. So, number 9.
Number 9, garlic.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I mean, you can always see fresh garlic, but what we're talking about is in a pill. So, people that are in a hurry and they need to supplement, you can get garlic extract. I have a gel cap that's been deodorized, so you don't smell, like you're warding off vampires or anything like that. So, they do make a deodorized garlic. And the reason you want to take garlic, besides the fact that it's very anti-pathogen, it can keep you healthy, but let's see, it can help your body produce anti-cancer compounds with an enzyme called allanase. So, that's the science behind it. So garlic.
So, let me ask you, now garlic is one of those things that I personally believe in getting organically all the time. Because it's supposed to help you, so it's like, don't get the Monsanto garlic, for Christ's sakes.
Right.
I probably wouldn't help you with the werewolf or anything, that Monsanto garlic.
Garlic is so easy to grow.
Yeah, I'm just talking about supplementing. I would suggest putting it in your spaghetti and making it yourself and just crushing it and using it in your cooking.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Actually, that was my question. How much garlic would you think one should eat if they're going to eat actual cloves of garlic? How much should one eat a day in the supplement?
I think usually the rule of thumb is about at least 1 clove a day.
A clove a day.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you can
werewolves
take more.
Away. And sex.
I take double. Like I have it in gel cap, and I double up what they say and do it twice a day. So I take like 4 gel caps a day.
Oh, lucky Jennifer.
I smell like roses.
Oh, I bet. That explains the California king size bed next to the California king size bed. All right. That's a modern day, modern day. What do you call Lucy and Desi? All right, so garlic it is, and a clove a day will keep the vampires away. Number 8.
Number 8. Cruciferous vegetable extracts, and what I mean by this is extracts of like broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, things like that. You can find them in capsule form, where all the natural chemicals are there. Anyway, this has been shown to lower your risk of cancer, and it actually has been shown to halt growth of cancer cells, tumors in breast, liver, colon, lung lining, uterine lining, things like that. So if you don't like to eat a lot of broccoli and things like that, this is an easy way to get the nutrients that are inside there to fight cancer.
Veggie extract. So what are we looking for when we're buying a veggie extract? Obviously, organic veggie extract.
Right. I mean, you can look in the ingredients. You want to have broccoli extract, cauliflower. Oh, look, Danae's got some right there. I mean, a lot of these green powders are going to have it.
Yeah.
These superfood powders, you mean? These superfood powders?
But I mean, you can find.
There you go.
You can find them in a pill form as well. So, but I mean, making a green shake with like the Emerald Balance, things like that. Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah. This is an Oregon company here, and they're pretty good. They're local, and I buy as much local as I can. And the animal balance was pretty good too. And it gave me a pretty good boost.
Absolutely.
Interesting.
Not everybody's gonna eat their broccoli and cauliflower, so that's a way to keep it coming into your system every day.
I gotta tell you, it's a pain in the ass, actually. I gotta tell you, in the modern society, if you want to eat healthy, it's a pain in the ass.
Yes, it is.
It's hard to find it. And frankly, in California, I know we put out a lot of broccoli. We must, because every freaking restaurant, that's the only vegetable they'll have on the side of anything. So I am so fucking sick of broccoli, let me tell you. And who even knows if it's organic? It's not, you know.
Yeah, you're right.
So when it comes to greens, I honestly do constantly, and every day I'm like, I have to think to myself, have I had the greens? Because I didn't get it in the iceberg frickin' lettuce, I'll tell you that. I didn't, you know. Yeah.
Definitely go with some of this, Christopher.
Yeah, I'm gonna try that. What is that?
All it is you got a scoop, and you just put it into a smoothie, and you got your 5 servings in a scoop, and you've got everything in it. So when you do your smoothie, and I usually put down in my smoothie spinach, kale, all of that stuff because it's lining up anyway. Throw a scoop of this in, and then a little bit of fruit, and mainly just some juice and milk, and I'm good. I'm good to go. So I at least know that I did it, and I go for the mineral. The mineral count is what I usually am always looking at the most. That's what my body is. Are minerals.
There you go.
Count. All right, the mineral count it is. So, veggie extracts.
Veggie extracts.
All right, number 7.
Number 7. Number 7. This is a super sexy product. Algae. And what I mean by algae specifically, like spirulina, chlorella, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
We've spoken about the spirulina, chlorella. They bind and they eliminate heavy metals. They're very potent detoxifiers. They're proven cancer fighters. They boost the immune system as well. They actually promote healthy flora in your gut, and they fight candida overgrowth by promoting the healthy flora. So.
Yes. This is algae?
Yeah, just like you can find chlorella and usually you can find like you can find them powdered together in pills. You can get them in powders. They're kind of messy when they're in powders because the spirulina is real dark, but you can get them in pills or juice.
I'll bet you. I'm going to read this label here, Christopher, and see if it's in there.
Okay, cool.
There's so much green stuff in here, so. Yeah. This has spirulina. This is organic barley grass, wheatgrass, spirulina, alfalfa, rose hips, orange and lemon peel.
Love wheatgrass.
Yeah. Beetroot, spinach, and kelp.
Beetroot, huh?
Beetroot, spinach, and kelp. Probiotics. There's things I cannot pronounce.
Sure. I've been doing a lot of research on beetroot lately. Beetroot's good for nitric oxide production. A lot of athletes their secret weapon is beetroot juice and powder.
Yeah, that's the powder. This is organic whole food, no fillers.
There's a lot of ancient beetroot stuff too.
Yeah.
Like cultures did a lot of stuff with beets, and for some reason, beets and bulls, beets and cows, beets and bulls.
Yeah.
I mean, and sometimes they go together. Like the warrior would soak in beets before he fought the bull, like shit like that. Like they go together. Okay. All right. So beets are interesting. We'll have to look that up. But I know we're on a tight frame because you've got to pick up the kids from the McDonald's play park, right? So number 6.
Number 6. Turmeric. Turmeric, specifically curcumin. Turmeric.
Turmeric. Okay. How do you spell that, buddy? Spell it for our audience, would you?
Turmeric. Turmeric.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Turmeric.
Turmeric. Okay. Turmeric is.
Turmeric?
It's anti-cancerous. It helps prevent DNA damage. It fights inflammation. We all know inflammation, feeds disease. But one thing, and I think I mentioned this a couple weeks ago, but because I started taking it as soon as I found this out, but it actually protects the brain from the damaging effects of fluoride in the water.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I've been taking.
We were looking for a fluoride, anti-fluoride component, and so.
Right. Yeah. You can take there's 7 different things you can take to detoxify fluoride, but turmeric actually protects you from it. So.
Yeah, and one of the other benefits of it, I think would probably go along with exactly what you're talking about a little bit more, is it helps decalcify the pineal gland.
Oh, there you go.
Over a period of time, turmeric and your friend, take as much as you possibly can of the stuff just to actually open up that pineal gland, open up that third eye.
I found a tincture of it at Sprouts. I think I paid about $9 for it. It's a liquid.
Cool.
Okay,
it's pretty cheap.
I'll try it. So you got in a liquid. So we have to figure out a way to how a person takes all this every day.
Smooth in the morning.
You know what I do? You can get a little vitamin, a little what do you call it? Little container where you put Monday through Sunday and just.
Oh, one of those little those old lady pill boxes who's slowly dying on our American healthcare system pill boxes.
Yeah, one of those.
Like the ones that have the alarms built in, telling them. Dee-dee-dee-dee. My grandma used to have one of those, oh, it's time for pill slot 463, Betsy. What's that? I don't know, heart medicine or something. My grandma didn't even fucking know.
You probably don't.
In there. Oh God.
My doctor told me to take it. It's probably what they say.
Yeah.
Well, no, grandma was on every kind of medicine. At that point, if they take you off, you die. If they keep you on, you die.
You're kind of screwed, I know.
Right. So turmeric is some sort of root. What is it? It's a perennial plant of the ginger family.
Yeah, turmeric's in a lot of. Is it Indian food?
Indian food. A lot of Indian food. And it's very staining yellow.
Right. It's a root. It is a root. Yeah, it is a bright, beautiful yellow. Okay.
Yeah, well, you keep honing in on the root things. Beet root, turmeric root. You're like, it's a root.
Yeah. Well, I'm an earth sign, so anything that comes out of the ground is exciting.
There you go. It's a root. I'm going there.
It's must be good. Yeah, that's some good root. All right, so let's move on to number 5. Is it a root?
Number 5 would be minerals, specifically ionic minerals or Himalayan pink sea salt.
Oh.
So we're looking
at the Himalayan now.
Yeah, here's some. I've got some right here. I've thrown out all the white salt and I've replaced everything with pink.
Yep.
Go pink. Hey.
So what we're going for is we're going for minerals that your body will absorb, not isolated or synthetic. So yeah, ionic minerals like that, or pink sea salt all over your food, and it's got the 84 minerals your body can absorb. So. And
explain to us ionic. Can you quickly?
The ionic minerals usually it's like a bottle. It tastes like water, so it's minerals in very small form. Like nano type minerals.
Like colloidal silver is an
example. Like colloidal, yeah. I'm sorry, maybe like colloidal minerals is what I mean to say. So when you take it, it tastes like water.
Okay, so basically, if I'm not mistaken, I think ionic is that they put an electric charge through water and through the mineral that has been ionicized or whatever.
Right. So ionic minerals, or you could say colloidal minerals.
Okay. And I think what happens is it forces ions to split off of the main element, and ions are very small. And there's a lot of research showing that this is killing viruses, folks, like HIV and H1N1.
It's funny you say that.
There are claims that that's what it's doing. So
I read somewhere that, and this may be an internet myth, but they said that somewhere somebody had patented or trademarked the cure for AIDS, but it was literally like an ionically charged silver. They called it tri-silver. I saw this somewhere. It may be a conspiracy myth, but they said that it was out there that ionically charged silver will kill the virus. So
we'll have to do an HIV special at some point. There's a lot of internet interesting things to talk about.
Yeah.
There's a lot of myth out there. Let me tell you, there's a lot of propaganda to sell. I'll tell you where I'm. We actually can't go down that path right now. We'll go down that path. But so just because we're on top. But Ionic has a lot of interesting futures. The point. we'll have to have a lot of talk about that. So Ionic, adding a little electricity, and I think actually Ionic was something the Egyptians were doing, just for the record, because there's a lot of evidence that they had electricity, and there's a lot of evidence that they used silver and gold in all the remedies, and so I think they're onto the ions too, for the record.
I think so too.
So we're on to number 4, something you should take every day.
Okay. Probiotics and prebiotics. Okay. I won't go into the big, the whole thing that we've gone about Candida, but probiotics, just find yourself a good broad spectrum probiotic as long as it has acidophilus in it and bifidus. That's the ones you're going for. But there's other ones, they can get really expensive or they can be, pretty reasonable. But these are ones you're going to want to take every single day. And I'll just recap real fast. The reason you want to take probiotics is because the majority of Americans have an overgrowth of the yeast, and probiotics keep the yeast at bay. So if you take lots of probiotics every single day, it'll keep it balanced inside your system. And the yeast, as we've said before, is responsible for many, many, many health problems. You can look it up, Google Candida overgrowth, and you'll spend the rest of the night reading about how bad it is. So,
well, I'll add on to that.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I think, as a person who's been through the medical system and who had an immune system collapse issue, probiotics is a big part of it. The problem is that all of the meats that we eat have antibiotics in them, which then kill off all the probiotics in our gut. Mm-hmm. And so we're constantly having to replenish what normally would grow wild. We're talking about fucking bacteria in your gut. Right. It shouldn't be a problem to keep it there, but our antibiotic soaps, our antibacterial chemicals and our antibiotic products have killed off the good material. So if your shit don't stink, literally, if you fart and it doesn't stink, you got a probiotic problem. Let me tell you, because stinky poop is poop that has bacteria releasing gases in it.
Yes.
Non-stinky poop, or poop that sinks to the toilet. Let's just talk about it. That means that you have no little guys in there helping you out. Because if you have little guys in there helping you out, your feces will float from the air being released from the bacteria eating on the stuff. Just so you know, little poop knowledge there for you folks. Yeah, seriously. No, there is a whole psychology to poop. There are cultures that look at poop to see how you're doing.
Shit.
Yeah, go ahead.
I know their shit.
They know that. Oh my God, I love it. But probiotics to me is all part of that, because if you're not, so to me it seems like, Damon, just to share, like I will do stuff to kill off bacteria, and then when I eat my probiotics with my food, and it's like constant. Kill the shit to promote the stuff. Kill it.
Yeah, I take them both together. I'll take the anti-candida stuff, and I'll take the probiotics at the same time in the morning.
Don't you think those two pills are fighting going down your throat? You bastard! Don't you think you should separate the fight? Separate the fight, maybe? Separate those two enemies and the not.
I think it's fine. It's
more partying here for you. Get in my belly. That's from the old, He has a new film coming out, by the way. So,
and there's also prebiotics. A lot of people don't even know what a prebiotic is.
What is that? What is a prebiotic?
Prebiotic is stuff like inulin. They're like fibers that feed it's food for the probiotics. And so you'll see a lot of fiber formulas, or like those greens, you'll see them with prebiotics in there as well. Like there's a bunch of them, but the one I know about is called inulin. And so it's there to feed the good guys as they fight the yeast, basically. So probiotics and prebiotics.
Ooh, a lot of biotics. All right, thank you very much.
Okay.
Now, this one, back to this one, this has the probiotics in it.
Yeah. Yeah, they always...
Someone explain to me how dry powder turns into live little wigglies in your stomach.
It's like yeast. I mean, when you get dry yeast, it's living, when it gets activated when you put it into the mix or water.
I need to. What was I doing in high school biology? Gina. I was writing Gina. Oh, she was a distraction. So we're on to number 3.
Number 3 would be fish oil, or specifically omega-3s.
Oh, fish oil, fish oil. That's interesting.
Okay, yeah, I've got some right here. This is just pure omega-3 right here.
There's such scatter. I saw some sort of thing that said omega-3s don't help. Yes, they do help. We don't really know.
There's omega-3, 6, and 9, and I believe the omega-6 is abundant in the American diet, and that's the one you want to supplement with mostly is omega-3s.
Yeah.
Because you're getting plenty of the 3. You're getting the rest of it through the diet. It's the 3s that you can go to town with.
So where do we get our omega-6s from? Like Coca-Cola, Tylenol? Where are omega-6s natural?
It's in the food supply. So I mean, you get those anyway.
I just wondering what we're overeating to get a surplus of 6.
Chicken fat, beef
fat. Chicken fat. The Tyson industry. So fish oil. What about fish oil in the sense of this is probably. What about and we gotta have to do a whole show on fish. The 10 top things to know about fish, buddy. Just saying. Because with fish oil, right away my head's like thinking heavy metals. How do I know?
You don't.
That's true. That's true.
You don't.
That's what I thought. You don't. Okay.
You gotta detox. You gotta detox.
You gotta detox.
Okay, so why do we want omega-3s? Okay.
Why do we want omega-3s? Thank you.
Okay, omega-3s, they help prevent chronic diseases. They prevent inflammation. They boost your immune system, which we coming back to that. They strengthen your cardiovascular system, your joint, your vision health. They strengthen your hair, your skin, your nails, and they enhance nutrient absorption. They can help regulate your attention, your mood, your memories, your memory skills, things like that. But it's not made in the body, so you have to supplement it. You have to get it from your food, or you have to get it in a pill.
Where would we get it otherwise? Is it like the eggs on a woman? There's only so many in your whole life, and then you're screwed.
You have to get it from your food.
But where? But where would we get it if we didn't have it? I mean, where would we get it otherwise naturally? Where do we get it? Just from our fish? Just from eating fish? That's the only place?
You get it in fish. You get it in like certain like flax oil. I mean flax seeds. You get it. Yeah, like hemp. Hemp is high in omega-3s. And
I'm fine then.
No problem, Nick.
I'm omega perfect. Okay. Well, I do the fish oil every day, and actually, I got to tell you this: for what it's worth, my medical intuition has told me that the fish oil. This has happened a lot with me. I have just cured myself with stuff, so I'm definitely that witch doctor in the woods. It's like, I didn't die. I go ahead and try it. But I had this instinct that I had receding gums, and I had an instinct that the fish oil would help. And I have to say, it's either my belief or the fish oil, but I think there's something about the fish oil that helps with those osmosis permeable cells. Yes. So fish swim, breathe underwater. I think there's something in that oil that kind of helps us allows our cells to trade water, I think. I think there's something with it because it seems to be really helping me with issues of dry skin, things where I had issues with cells and water. Just saying.
Good observation.
And I find myself taking more baths. Hold on.
Hey, check behind your ears for us, will you? You got any gills coming out?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I'm craving French kissing. It's crazy. So let's move on to number 2 before you pick up your kids at McDonald's.
Number 2, vitamin D, or specifically vitamin D3. Okay.
What's the difference between D and D3?
Well, D3 is just one of the Ds. There's multiple Ds.
Jesus.
You can't make vitamin D. You got to get it from your food or the sun. So, like we've said, the nutrient-deficient food. A lot of people need to go out to the sun, for about an hour a day to get their vitamin D levels up. And you can have this tested by a doctor to tell exactly where your D levels are. But it's kind of like a popular supplement now. So a lot of people are all on the D3 train. So you'll see it all over the place.
Right on the D3 train. Oh my God, the D3 train. So, and what's the most organic, wonderful way to get our D3? The sun?
The sun is. But a lot of people, the reason a lot of people are taking vitamin D is because a lot of people are spending time inside. A lot of people are plugged to their computers. They're indoors with artificial light, and they're working, countless hours in front of the computer. So they're not getting outside. So, and a lot of people's diets are not the best, so they're D deficient. But why do you want D? Yeah, I've got it written right here. It says it's involved in almost everything in your body. It makes hundreds of disease-preventing proteins and enzymes. It affects more than 2,000 genes throughout the body. It helps muscle strength, builds bone. It's anti-inflammatory, anti-cancer, strengthens the immune system, and it is almost impossible to get all of it from your food. So that's why a lot of people have to go outside to get more of it.
Yeah.
So supplementing with it is a good insurance policy that you're getting enough. Because if you're not, you're going to have all kinds of health problems.
Do you have any research on how much sun a day someone could get to keep the D3 up?
It's different. I mean, here in
I know
Texas.
each factory. Like if you're African American, like 2 seconds, and you're like, boom, D3 ready.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I've always read, you know, if you get outside, 30 minutes to an hour a day is good. You know, here it's about to start getting super, super hot, so nobody even wants to go outside because it's brutally miserable. So.
Yeah, that's the South. That's yeah.
Okay,
horrible.
so
Varies
the
by
rule of
state.
thumb that I heard was 10 minutes if you're naked.
10 minutes.
minutes.
What and what?
10 minutes if you're naked. So
If you're naked. Is
if
there something
you're
about
naked.
your? Oh
Yeah.
my God! Do your genitals absorb more sun than your?
No, just
must be.
basically you would get
Okay.
enough absorption through your entire body within 10 minutes. If you have long sleeves and only your face is out there, well, how much is that your proportion?
Yeah,
to
that makes
being
that
naked
makes.
body?
That makes total sense.
So if
the
you're sitting-
Amish
yeah, so-
all day. All
Yeah,
so
day.
if you're at
so
the
if you're
pool-
like shorts and the t-shirts or at the pool or anything, within a matter of 15, 20 minutes, you are maximum on your D.
So that sounds good to me.
Yeah, so you just really need just to, okay.
Or 10 minutes if you're naked.
That's what I keep hanging on.
There you go. There you go. Do your math from there, Christopher.
10
You get it.
minutes. Yeah, I'll do it from there. I'm gonna be Tam. I'm gonna show my vitamin D3 lines when I come back next week.
I got these when I was doing my D3 writing my song.
My vitamin D3 line. Okay, so we're gonna do number one, but Damon, I want to, if you don't mind, take us before we do number one. Take us quickly from 10 to 2.
Okay.
And then the number one. So if you guys
All right.
are just tuning in, these are the top 10 things, multivitamins or whatever, supplements that everyone should have every day.
Okay. Number 10. Cat's claw.
Mm-hmm.
Anti-inflammatory, boosts immune system, repairs DNA.
Superb.
Number 9. Garlic. Anti-cancer, anti-sickness.
Mhm.
Number 8, cruciferous or vegetable extracts like a green powder, a green pill, anti-cancer. That's the main thing.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of nutrients. Let's see. Number 7, algae, chlorella, spirulina, anti-cancer. I keep saying that. Detoxifies heavy metals.
Mm.
Number 6, turmeric or curcumin. It protects your brain from fluoride damage. And it's anti-chronic inflammation, helps with DNA damage, anti-cancer.
Mm.
Number 5, minerals, absorbable minerals, so colloidal minerals or pink sea salt, Himalayan pink sea salt.
Mm-hmm.
That way your body can get all the minerals it needs. Number 4, probiotics and prebiotics, so you can keep that healthy balance in your gut so that you don't get sick. Number 3, fish oil or specifically omega-3.
Omega-3s.
Omega-3s keep you healthy, and you can go to town on omega-3s. You don't have to just take one. You can take it in the morning, take it at night. Not going to hurt you. Number 2, vitamin D3. Supplement every single day. Yeah, supplement that every single day, just in case you don't get outside or it's cloudy or you live up in Oregon where you don't get a lot of sunlight. I'm just joking.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, you are not joking.
And, and number one.
Number 1, the sexiest of them all, a multivitamin.
Oh my God! I waited for that. This is like David Letterman's top 10, where you stuff the lamest one there when the band takes off.
Okay.
I'm just
Reason I
kidding.
said, all right,
Multivitamin. So
a
much
multivitamin.
fun.
Yeah, because if you don't want to buy 10 different bottles, just grab yourself one of these, a multivitamin, and you're getting everything you need. If you get a good one, is going to be in here, and it will supplement what you're missing. And so, like I said, if you're nutrient deficient, it's just cheap insurance, not all the time, but it's good insurance against anything that you might be missing. So, and I'll go into real fast. Most Walmart vitamins, GNC vitamins are what you call synthetic vitamins, so they've been made in a lab. Your body, a lot of these doctors saying that you're wasting your money, you're going to have expensive urine. To a point, they're right, because synthetics, your body does not know what to do with them. They're usually like rocks. I mean, they're like calcium carbonate is basically sheetrock. So your body doesn't know what to do with these nutrients, and what happens is it'll absorb a very small amount, and the rest of it gets deposited in fatty tissue. Too much calcium carbonate can calcify arteries. It can help increase breast cancer. I mean, so a lot of regular vitamins that you're buying, like Centrum Silver and all these other Centrum vitamins, they're literally could be helping disease move along, because your body is just, it's like a shotgun blast. You're throwing mega doses of synthetics at your body. Your body doesn't know what to do with them and just deposits them all over the place, and actually can cause disease or actually help disease along. So what do? You either eat lots and lots of fruits and vegetables to get your minerals and vitamins and things like that, or you find a whole foods vitamin, which is literally just extracts crammed into a pill, dried fruits and vegetables. It's the same thing. It's just smaller amounts.
Organic whole foods. I mean, we're talking about, if you're going to do this, you got to do the research. It can't come from,
Yeah, so basically that, or you can take a different technology, which I've always been speaking about, and it's called food fusion, which is literally taking vitamins and minerals, and it gets put into a yeast bath. And the yeast, once they literally are done with it, it's now a food complex. So all the stuff that, when, let's say, vitamin C goes into your body, when you eat an orange, it's got all this other stuff surrounding the actual vitamin C itself, and so it tells your body knows where it needs to go. This new technology is called food fusion, is the same thing. So you're getting the nutrition of real food, but with small amounts.
So basically, if I get this straight, they basically make yeast. They force multivitamins down yeast's throats. Then yeast shits out a vitamin we can eat.
Basically. In a layman's terms,
what think of next? That's cheese. That's what cheese is. That's what alcohol is, folks.
Yeah, basically.
Alcohol is we throw yeast in, yeast shits out alcohol. We drink it and get high off of it. I'm sorry, that's yeast urine we're drinking.
So yeah, basically that's what it is. So you've got.
It is yeast urine, yeah.
You've got like targeted little missiles. So it's like putting an address on an envelope. So a regular vitamin is mailing your envelope without an address. The food fusion is like putting an address on it so the mailman knows where the hell it needs to go. If that makes sense. That's literally what it is. So you get the benefit of food, but in a very small pill in very conservative amounts. And the reality of the situation is, like, an elephant's skeletal structure only requires 50 milligrams of real calcium a day to sustain itself. And the government says you need to be taking thousands of milligrams of calcium carbonate, which is why women have a lot of heart issues.
Osteoporosis and
all
sorts of weird stuff going on. We'll have
absolutely. So you don't need anywhere near the amounts, these megadoses that they're telling you about, because it's actually harming you. So
and your liver. I mean, not to mention your poor liver. All it does is clean.
Absolutely. And
so we'll have to do a whole show on on the food fusion technology. I'd actually like to go see where this stuff is made. There must be like cheese factories where they're just letting things grow on vitamins, or have you seen any of that?
It's a secret, but yeah, there's giant vats. There's giant vats of a certain type of yeast where they're making the stuff, the raw materials. They make
technically,
They take one nutrient at a time, and so they do it one at a time and create a vitamin C or one mineral. They do it for all of them. So
each one is grown separately with yeast.
Absolutely. And some of them are in yogurt cultures and things like that. But they're basically taking a live food, living organism and creating a vitamin that's targeted, and your body recognizes it as real food instead of a synthetic.
Yeah.
So, and these are available now. You can get them right now inside. You can get them in the Venus Prime Facebook page.
Yeah, go to Venus Prime. Actually, you have information there now. I noticed a little shop thing. So, if you guys want to find out more about some of the supplements that he has found and pulled aside, it's at facebook.com/Venus Prime Health. And you can also like that page as well if you want to hear about all of the conspiracies that Damon will continue to research and present to us week after week. Danae will affirm with products out of her own cupboard.
You know it.
Well, I know we have to run. Damon, thank you so much for being our host to Nutrition and the Truth.
Thank you for having me again.
And folks, like we said, come on by and like our Facebook page at facebook.com/Venus Prime Health and take a look at the store. And we'll see you in 7 days with more truth on nutrition. Until then, live, love, be.